Zombie Nation.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Tennessee Titans. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line, so this is going to come out to the 35.
Ready,
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
go, ready.
Right to the air goes Ward. And incomplete to open things up. You look at the Steeler defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they'd have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Let's go.
Now Ward. Pass taken in. That is big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
On the go.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready, set.
They'll run for the first time here with Kyren Williams. And a little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Wilson on the start.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
The Titans at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 40 games without a win, things just start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Over the middle, he's going to find Ironman. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping to one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Ready, crack all 80, Viking 18,
Throwing now, Ward. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it.
Got a man, it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here, let's go.
They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Clemson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. You talk about this Titan defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get out of roll or chip away their timing.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
The 31-yard line.
Ready, set. Let's put.
Now the first carry here for the running back. A hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Elijah Arroyo from 17 yards out. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart, pass offense. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Ready.
On play action, Ward. That's complete to DK. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
For a Titans first down. First and 10
Here we go.
at the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20 with a strong run. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
Come on, come on.
To throw is Ward. Throw to the right, caught by Cockrell. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Titans first down. First and goal.
7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they go to work on a first and goal.
Ready up. 19 targets.
Here's Ward. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get up.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Kyren Williams, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Steelers 7. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Second and 9 now. His throw incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
Seven Pirates.
Back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. This one finds Wilson downfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Roman Wilson, 53 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Cowboy 80.
Now a play fake here on first down. Complete to Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Darnell Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
The extra point is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
60.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Ward. That's into the hands of Lyle Manning. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 38-yard
Operating
line.
out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. To throw, here's Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now it's second and 10. Again, it's Ward. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Chop 60, chop. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. And he is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
This is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Jimmy Horn Jr., a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up. And now it's blocked. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football in.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
19, Tiger, 19. Ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Okay, break.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. Set. Pressure 80.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing right downfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony Schwartz, 49 yards. And the Steelers add 6 to their lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up. And we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Warrior 7, pull up, 6.
Throwing is Ward. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good strong throwing catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. The kicker here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts
19 yards.
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you need...
It's out, it's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Stop it.
Now Ward. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, whether they have a much better chance of picking up.
Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the 28-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again to Williams, one right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Come on, come on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Okay,
the Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
The 42-yard line.
Steady! Steady!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
On the jump.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go!
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
They'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
2nd and 7. Warriors 70. Let's go now.
Throwing now, Ward. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's going to find Allen. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They go play action with Ward. Over the middle, it's complete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Hey, Crash. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let's go.
Here's Ward. That's complete to Deacon. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They'll run out the gun here. Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Jalen Carter in on that tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive is going pretty well. I could come right back at them.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Hard throw, incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
19 Tiger.
Going for it. Here's Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape. Can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hurt. Viking, 18. 7 Pirates. Ready?
From the gun, here's Ward. That's caught left side by Eilman. And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. To throw is Ward. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. A pick up a 5 that time and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Jalen Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready, right?
They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man. That's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Elijah Arroyo with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
23.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready.
Ward off the play fake. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Intended for his wideout. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down.
Let's go. 79, bro. 70, Timberwolves.
To throw, here's Ward. Got his man, Okonkwo. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Ward. That's into the hands of Iomanner. And take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw again. He's going to air one out. Touchdown! Chimere Dike, 46 yards. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Steelers 35.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recovering. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do let it go. Get the ball down. That's their manager.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as he keeps it on the ground. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. What a finish in this